Hey guys, it's summer, and this week's video is going to be a pick of the month. And for this pick of the month, it's just going to be me. This video will be released Thanksgiving week in America, and Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. I really love Halloween too, but Halloween I think is more of a superficial holiday for me, but Thanksgiving means a lot more, I think. Some of my favorite some of my favorite memories as a kid were going to my great-grandmother's house with my whole family and celebrating Thanksgiving. We would eat and play games and talk, play charades, and I was I think I was the only kid when I was younger. Now there's a lot more, but I was the only kid, and so it was a really fun time for me to just hang around family and be a part of adult conversations as a kid. But yeah, now obviously, you know, a lot of things have changed, but I still really love Thanksgiving, and I just love what, as cliche as it is, what it means. You know, to be thankful for everything, and it just really fosters a season of thankfulness, I think, which really is why people celebrating Christmas early, not people themselves, but the whole commercial idea of Christmas upsets me so early, because we, as a society, it seems like we've forgotten about Thanksgiving and what it really means. The season of thankfulness. In the spirit of that, some things I'm thankful for right now. The fall season here in Korea, in Texas, I feel like we don't have a fall like we do. Like it has been here with all the leaves changing colors and the cooler temperatures, and it's been lovely. Also, I have some pretty incredible friends back home, and Sean and some other friends in Korea. It's really fun just being able to be, like for my friends back home, to be away but still to be able to grow in friendships, and then to be in another country and meet people that haven't had the same life experience as me or grew up the same way that I did, but we can still become really good friends, and I'm really thankful for that. Also, technology, because I get to communicate with my friends and family back home, and it's pretty amazing. So that's really cool. Also, books. I've read a lot of books this year, and I'm thankful for that. There's a myriad of other things I'm thankful for, but that's just a couple of them. So the pick of the month is for me or Sean or us to share some of our favorites this month. And for November, some of my favorites have been Where'd You Go, Bernadette by Maria Semple. I bought the book for my mom for Mother's Day. Like, was that in May? But I just now got around to reading it, and I loved it. It was not what I expected at all, but I really enjoyed the story and the setting. I don't know. It was just a fun read. I read it in one day. I was sick. Was this 2 weeks ago, and I stayed home from school, and I read the whole book. It was pretty fun. I'm excited to go home and watch the movie and see how it compares. Another favorite, I think I've talked about it. I definitely talked about it in the grief podcast, and the grief video, but I really love the podcast Ologies by Alie Ward. This month she released an episode about brain chemistry, and you should check it out. It's pretty great. This month I haven't really listened to any new music. I've been listening to a lot of music that I already know, and that's been really fun, just listening to these songs in a different period of my life. I don't know if you do this, but I associate songs with different periods of my life or different feelings or emotions, and so sometimes to listen back to some songs, it can be hard because I, in my brain, have tied together the song with such a strong feeling. Earlier this year, one of my favorite bands, Kaleidoscope, released a new album called Zeal, and that was when it was really hard for me here in Korea. I was still adjusting and not having a great time. But I listened to that album a lot during that period, and so now to listen to it, it's kind of hard because I am flooded with those feelings again, but I'm trying to re-listen to it to associate positive memories with it because I love that band and I really love their music, and so I want to be able to enjoy this album because it really is a spectacular album. But yeah, Also, and two of my other favorite bands are Johnnyswim and Penny and Sparrow, and they also released new albums this year, and so I've been re-listening to those, as well as Harry Styles. I hate that I'm such a fangirl for Harry Styles, but I am. It's the truth. I bought tickets to see his concert. It's fine. It's whatever. You know, it's cool. But yeah, if you haven't, definitely check out Johnnyswim. One of my favorite bands ever. I love them so much. I've seen them in concert like 4 or 5 times. Yikes. If you know the show Fixer Upper, back in the States it's oh my gosh. It's like a home improvement show, but their theme song is called Home, but it's by Johnnyswim. So maybe you should check it out. Some other favorites for this month, let me think. Oh, Sean and I watched Maleficent 2 this month, and it was incredible. I really loved it. I really love how they pull current issues into the movie subtly. You know, they have their own story and their own plot, but they draw in these issues and it's woven in so beautifully, and I really appreciate that, and I could talk about it forever, but I'm not going to. So yeah, Maleficent 2. If you haven't seen the first or the second one, I also suggest that you check those out because I love them a lot and they're pretty great. Also, Angelina Jolie is bomb, so yeah. I think that's it really. I feel like November has flown by. I was just talking about it that it feels like Halloween was yesterday. Where did November go? It's almost over. This is insane. Next week is December. What? So yeah, I feel like I don't have a lot of things. I don't have any articles or anything, but I definitely suggest that you check out the Ologies podcast. My favorite episodes are the Thanatology, which I mentioned last week. I also really loved the episode on bones that she released for Halloween, like Spooktober, and the brain chemistry one that I mentioned earlier. And she has a couple short ones. She has one on summer and one on fall, and I both really loved those. Also, check out Maleficent 1 and 2 if you haven't. Bands, Johnnyswim. And if you want any books to read or want to give Sean and I recommendations, we would gladly accept those. But you can check out what Sean and I have been reading this year on Goodreads. The links will be down below. I'm 2 books away from my goal for this year. I'm really excited. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed this video. If it was anything, I feel like it was chaotic, but it's okay. Yeah, hope you've enjoyed this video. Please comment below with some things you've been loving in November, book recommendations, song recommendations, anything like that. Check it out. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest. Yeah. Alright, catch you on the flip side.